Some alarming headlines out of Chicago. Listener discretion advised. These are not really family-friendly stories that we're going to cover this early in the morning, but when you got headlines like Chicago police investigating whether multiple cops had sexual relations with new immigrants, including a teenage girl who's pregnant, CPD investigating those claims of officers having sexual relations with migrants housed in West Side Police Station. This coming from both the Chicago Tribune and the Chicago Sun-Times. And looking into this further, you've got a couple of different agencies that are investigating, including the Bureau of Internal Affairs for Chicago Police Department and the Civilian Office of Police Accountability. They're investigating. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says that the city takes these allegations seriously, as well as the care and well-being of residents and new arrivals. And they're going to continue to monitor the situation. But what you have here is, a problem of 10,000 plus migrants coming to Chicago from the southern U.S. border, and housing those migrants has been a tall order. You've got tens of millions of dollars that have been allocated to house these migrants, but hundreds of them have been essentially sleeping on the floors of police stations across the city of Chicago. And with that, you can see these types of problems are arising, where you've got allegations, at least in one instance, where a teenage girl was impregnated, allegedly, by a police officer, with multiple other officers accused of engaging in sexual acts with immigrants. Now, it's not new that there are sexual misconduct allegations against police officers. Recent released audits of Chicago Police Internal Affairs, they showed that you had multiple instances of police interacting with victims and even having sexual relations with victims, and even some police officers ultimately being charged there. Those are old reports, but this new report indicates that there's an ongoing investigation of sexual misconduct with Chicago police. So that's obviously going to be a explosive story as more details come out about that and how Chicago police deal with not just the sexual misconduct allegations, but also the ongoing issue of how to house these undocumented migrants and getting them the shelter that they need, but also any other resources that they may require as well. All of that's going to cost taxpayers ultimately. But some of the other headlines coming out of Chicago, this is just absolutely horrifying. This story, it'll make you want to just kind of take a pause and, well, I don't know, say a prayer. Police. 2 babies found dead in garbage bag in Streeterville Child Care Center. Another just absolutely horrifying headline. It's like something out of a slasher flick. Here's the Chicago Tribune reporting 2 bodies of newborns discovered discarded in a Streeterville neighborhood. Witness told police that they found the bodies of the infant girls inside a bathroom of a child care center on East Ontario Street. According to the Chicago Police Department, children's bodies were found in a garbage bag, according to authorities. And they were taken to Laurie's Children's Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. Authorities released no further details. So another just absolutely gut-punching story out of the city of Chicago when it comes to how children were found dead inside a garbage bag at a child care center. But some of the other headlines, of course, you've got Chicago police dealing with continued violent crime. You've got the past weekend and even the holiday where a mass shooting took place at what appears to be a pop-up party, and Chicago police being criticized for not dispersing that party rapidly enough, and ultimately that party still continuing on and leading to a mass shooting incident. Multiple people shot there. So a lot of happenings, not pretty headlines out of the Windy City. It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and